Getting the facts and tracking storms across Abilene, Brownwood, and the Big Country. This is K-Texas This Morning, broadcasting in high definition.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for waking up early with us for K-Texas This Morning. I'm Ari Cockrell. It is 6 now here, 6 a.m. on Tuesday, July 9th. Before we get to Chelsea and our weather this morning, we do have some developing news here to bring you on yesterday's armed robbery of the Citibank on South 14th. Overnight, Abilene police detained what they're calling persons of interest in that case. At least 6 adults and 2 juveniles taken in about 1 o'clock this morning. Both police and SWAT were called out to a home on South 7th, just west of Barrow. Some video from the scene, as you see here. Police said that they received a reliable tip that led them to obtain a warrant based on probable cause to question these suspects. Authorities have not released the names of any of these people taken in. Police tell us that SWAT was called out as a precaution as the robber at Citibank was armed at the time. Police also want to note that it was community input that led officers to take these folks in.
Every time that we run a search warrant such as this and we encounter individuals that may have information that will lead to the arrest of an individual responsible for this bank robbery, we're gonna do all diligence. We're gonna talk to everybody, and hopefully this will come to a safe conclusion.
Abilene police taking some time this morning to search that home on South 7th. Police say those individuals that are detained, again, do not face any charges right now. However, authorities say that they are confident that information obtained will lead to an arrest of sort. Now, here's a look at the man caught on surveillance video robbing that Citibank yesterday afternoon. Police say it's this man here in a shirt, tie, dark jacket, who walked into Citibank on South 14th, robbed the place. Police say the man is a white male in either his 20s or 30s. They described him as slender and about 6 feet tall. We're told pictures of the suspect taken from the side show that he has hair that goes down almost to his shoulders.
I can't recall, with my experience, the last time someone conducted a robbery in a suit. I'm sure that robberies come in all shapes and forms and fashions, and this one was unique in that sense, I would say.
While police have taken in some persons of interest this morning, they're still asking that anyone with information about yesterday's robbery suspect to please call them or Crime Stoppers. This number here, 676-TIPS. So, of course, we'll keep you updated on what's going on out there this morning. All right, let's get to your weather now. Chelsea Humphrey has a first look at what we can expect out there today. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey, Mari. Well, as you might expect for July in Texas, it's going to be hot out there today. We're already starting the morning on the warm side. Right now, almost 80 degrees in Breckenridge, 73, just a little bit cooler in Brownwood, 76 out in Robert Lee. Abilene out at the airport, we're sitting at 76 degrees as well. By lunchtime, we're looking at those temperatures warming into the upper 80s, keeping plenty of sunshine in the forecast, and that sunshine is really going to help things get hot this afternoon. 98 is where we'll be by the end of the day, keeping those rain chances out of the forecast for your Tuesday. So your severe weather tracker is staying in the low risk range. We are tracking the chance for some relief, but it won't come until this weekend. I'll tell you all about it coming up.
All right, thank you, Chelsea. For the second special legislative session starts at its first full day today, and abortion issues on round 2 at the state capitol. Thousands of people on both sides of the issue present for testimony about the fetal pain bill. SB 1 calls for banning abortions after 20 weeks. That's when supporters of the bill say fetuses can feel pain. Critics say the measure is an attack on a woman's reproductive rights. The bill failed last month after it was filibustered by Senator Wendy Davis. A vote from the Senate committee, though, is expected this week. We are sending a crew to Austin today to cover the House debate of the abortion bill. So, of course, we'll bring the latest on that. And also learning Rick Perry, will not be running for governor again. Perry making that announcement yesterday at a Caterpillar plant in San Antonio. He was surrounded by hundreds of supporters. Governor said it was time to pass the mantle of leadership. Perry left open the possibility that he may make another run for the White House.
I am looking forward to the next 18 months as I serve out my term. Any future considerations I will announce in due time, and I will arrive at that decision appropriately. But my focus will remain on Texas.
And of course, Perry is the longest serving Texas governor. Back at home, Abilene City employees could be getting a raise. Next year's budget proposal includes a salary increase for city workers of 3%. Budget also would be a 4.5% higher than it was this year. Sales tax revenue expected to increase. City property tax rate may go down, though property values have increased. K-Texas reporter Ariana Garza has the facts on the proposed budget.
The proposed general fund budget for fiscal year 14 is more than $79 million. That's up 4.5% from last year. Abilene's Assistant Finance Director Mike Raines says that's because
we have several increases in revenue items. Sales taxes, we're projecting that to increase slightly. Property taxes actually going down. The tax values have increased slightly, but we're actually lowering the property tax rate because of the savings in debt service from doing the capital improvement projects with cash funds this year instead of issuing debt.
the proposed tax rate is down about 1/2 cent for every $100 your home is worth.
For a $100,000 home, property taxes for 2013 were $686, and for 14 we're projecting that to be $681.
But that's if your home value does not change. Taylor County's chief appraiser Richard Petrie says property values have gone up about 3%. The budget also expects consumers to spend more, projecting higher sales tax revenue and giving the city a chance to give all employees a 3% raise. Ariana Garza, K-Texas News.
Now, City Council will begin budget workshops and work on those numbers here in the next 2 weeks. Nursing and Rehab Center in Early is making an effort to help senior citizens right now cool down in what is, of course, the Texas summer heat. The center is asking for fan donations or money to purchase fans for senior citizens within the county who do not have enough cool air in their homes. The Care Nursing and Rehab Center Marketing Director Jody Armstrong says that it will come to age when they help out those who are in need.
We're going to go ahead and take care of our elderly first because they're in the most danger. They don't get to get out and even get in the pool or the water or anything like that to cool themselves off. So we're going to take care of the senior citizens first.
So far, the Care Center receiving about 80 fans, but that drive does continue here through the end of August. So for information on how you can help out and donate a fan, visit our website, ktxs.com. Coming up, your look at morning sports with Mike Scow, including some exciting news for Abilene High football. And conditions in Canada where that train derailed to become hazardous for search and rescue. Those details when the news continues for Abilene, Cisco, and Rotan on K-Texas this morning. Chelsea.
Well, we've got clear skies out there to start your Tuesday, but what can you expect for the rest of the day? I've got a look at your forecast after the break.
Getting the facts and tracking storms in high definition. This is K-Texas This Morning with Maury Cockrell and meteorologist Chelsea Humphrey. Tracking storms in high definition. This is K-Texas This Morning. Now, your Storm Tracker HD forecast from meteorologist Chelsea Humphrey.
90s through the afternoon with plenty of sunshine out there. And as you might expect, that high pressure has got sunshine in the forecast for the next several days. We're into the triple digits by tomorrow, staying there through Saturday. But that ridge of high pressure will start to break down as early as Sunday, letting that chance for rain back into the forecast. Maury?
All right, thank you, Chelsea. Abilene High football going to take the spotlight now on Fox Sports Southwest. It's happening next week. They're part of a pretty cool documentary series. Also, Texas Rangers have a lot of injured players, probably enough to field a completely different team, but they keep winning games. Mike Scow has all those details.
Good morning, sports fans. With news of the Texas Rangers starting pitcher and one of the bigger bats in the lineup on the disabled list to start the week, the Rangers just have to plug along to the All-Star break next week. Start of a road trip last night, taking them to Camden Yards, playing the Orioles and facing former teammate Scott Feldman, who gives up the RBI to Ian Kinsler here. Rangers would go up 2-0 through 3.5 innings, but the Rangers found themselves down 3-2 heading into the 6th, but they worked through a lot of the lineup, and A.J. Przinsky brings in the tying run with a rip down the left field line. Ian Kinsler is going to clear the bases a little bit later. They bring in 6 runs in just the 6th inning. Joe Nathan earns his 30th save of the year, and the Rangers get the win, 8-5. Well, also yesterday coming out, the Abilene football program is the subject of a documentary series that's looking at the most storied football teams in Texas history. Fox Sports Southwest will broadcast the piece about Eagle football and its success in the last 90 or so years. From the 49-game win streak to Chuck Mosier to the resurgence of the Warbirds and a state title under Steve Warren. We spoke with Jeff Power yesterday, the man behind the magic of this documentary.
It's a great story. There's a lot of little stories within the big story of what it takes to be a champion and to be successful. And I think there's no question that as much as you want to embrace the past, what's happening right now with Abilene under Coach Warren is every bit the reason why we're doing the documentary.
We're just building on that tradition that came a long time before us, and this gives us an opportunity to highlight that and to highlight our community and our school.
There will be a special screening next week on July 17th at the Abilene Civic Center. It's $5 a pop. Kids 10 and under are free, and there will be copies of the documentary available for purchase. To get info for tickets to this screening, which is actually on the same day as the actual broadcast, same time, you can go to our website, ktxs.com/sports. And you can also see the documentary at some point down the road right here on KTexas, the CW, and this TV. That information is not out yet, but when we have it, we'll make sure everybody knows. So you can not only catch it on Fox Sports Southwest, but right here on KTexas. Back to you at the desk.
All right, thanks to Mike. For the first time after being rescued, the 3 women who were held captive by Ariel Castro for nearly a decade are speaking out next year on KTexas This Morning. Thanks for being with us. Now about 6:19 here this morning. You're getting here with that brand new video released early this morning. The 3 women held captive in Cleveland for a decade, all speaking publicly for the first time. It's a message of thanks to their many supporters for the encouragement and financial donations, but reveals much about their road to recovery. Diana Perez has more.
2 months after their nightmare ended, a message of hope.
I'm getting stronger each day.
Amanda Berry, Gina De Jesus, and Michelle Knight breaking their public silence together in a video released overnight. It starts with Berry's message of thanks.
I want everyone to know how happy I am to be home with my family, my friends. It's been unbelievable. I want to thank everyone who has helped me and my family through this entire ordeal.
It was May 6 when Berry yelled for help from behind a locked screen door, bringing the world's attention to the Cleveland home where the trio had been held against their will for more than a decade. Each has avoided a statement until now.
I would say thank you for the support.
De Jesus appearing with her parents, all expressing thanks. But it's Michelle Knight, the oldest captive, who shares the most about what she calls her new life.
I just want everyone to know I'm doing just fine. I may have been through hell and back, but I am strong enough to walk through hell with a smile on my face. I will not let the situation define who I am. I will define the situation. I don't want to be consumed by hatred.
Ariel Castro, the man accused of kidnapping them, has pleaded not guilty to more than 300 counts. He fathered a child with Berry and allegedly punched Knight until she miscarried. But in the video, her outlook is hopeful. Both she and Berry looking to the future.
I ask that everyone continues to respect our privacy and give us time to have a normal life.
I'm looking forward to my brand new life.
Diana Perez, ABC News, New York.
Hazardous conditions are getting in the way right now of search and rescue efforts after an oil tanker train derailed and exploded in Quebec. At least 13 people were killed. 37 others are still missing. The danger lies in additional explosions and fires still being possible. Crews are also trying to contain around 27,000 gallons of crude oil that spilled into nearby waterways. The cause of the derailment is under investigation, but the company responsible for the train says an engine shutdown may have released air brakes holding the train in place. Violence erupted between the Egyptian military and protesters, clashing over the military's move to push former President Mohamed Morsi out of office. At the end of the violence, at least 51 protesters and 3 members of the security forces are dead, more than 400 others wounded. There are conflicting reports about who started firing first. Chelsea.
Well, we're tracking some warm temperatures out there already, but how hot will it get this afternoon? I've got a look at your forecast right after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Just about 6:25 on your Tuesday morning. Thanks for waking up early with us. Across the area right now, we're really just seeing clear skies in a hurry. By tomorrow, many of us will be into the triple digits. We're keeping the intense heat, really the triple digits in the forecast through the start of your weekend. That ridge of high pressure will begin to break down just a little bit and let those rain chances come back into the forecast on Sunday. Mari?
Thank you very much, Chelsea. Still ahead here on KTexas this morning. New images in California where 2 young girls were killed and dozens more injured in an airline crash over the weekend. We got the latest from California, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.